4 planes left my hometown one September morning. 3 reached their destinations. 2 towers crumbled. 1 failed ablaze. 3 students were called to the office over the intercom. 2 teachers brought TVs into their classrooms. 1 boy cried in the back row. 3 days he'd been working the job. 2 years he'd been trying to get the promotion. 1 office floor obliterated on impact. 3 seconds felt like a lifetime of memories. 2 eyelids as the blank screens they play upon. Only once have you ever felt this empty. 5 minutes of reading in an elementary school. 4 seconds lapse between each conscious breath while 300 million citizens are in one moment of silence for 3,000 citizens that are displaced and too many to blame, but one face in the cave gets the spotlight. I'm not saying that day wasn't an incredible loss for our country. I'm not going to detach us from the reality of what happened by focusing on all the conspiracy theories this time, though they're most likely true. But this one day hurts for so many reasons. Just the thought of it makes my knees buckle and skeleton crumble like the media hijacked a plane from my hometown. My chest burns like an open field in Pennsylvania. My heart has a hexagon hole in it the size of the Pentagon's hole in it, and over 5 years later it's finally sinking in. 3 times every 2 minutes they played one moment. 3 times every 2 minutes they played one moment. 3 times every 2 minutes they played one moment I can no longer deny. 3, 2, one day I want to be able to reminisce with my kids on the white chalk hieroglyphics written on the blackboard, or how my paper ball bounced off the trash can backboard when my former Black Panther 7th grade history teacher strolled in and told us that America was in for the awakening of a lifetime. One time I want to look at the New York City skyline and not feel like something's missing, not miss the twins kissing, the sunrise, good morning, and the sunset, good night. 3, 2, one of these days I'm gonna have the courage to watch the footage without squirming in my seat, but to see God's promise of ashes to ashes result in waves of gray crashing on innocent bystanders, stranded and alone on busy streets, all staring at the same point in the sky like the ball drop on New Year's Eve, and truly find themselves dropping the ball on the eve of a new year is just too much for me to handle. To see people of all colors unify under a blanket of debris, running from the breeze, dancing to the beat of bodies dropping 107 flights down to the street like a drum, rhythms reverberating from the financial district to the slums, is just too much for me to handle. This is what you call a crisis, when we finally put our differences aside, only to put our imperial flag on the forefront, and we finally outstretch our arms to love our neighbor, because trauma this big is strong enough to bring us together, unless you're Muslim, disregarding the fact that Islam means peace. When will we put our differences aside to bring our humility to the forefront, and finally outstretch our arms to drop our guns and reveal that our hearts are on our sleeves? When will we put our differences aside to bring our humanity to the forefront and embrace our international neighbors who mourned our 3,000 deaths with more honesty than we mourned any decimating genocide their country may have known? This is what you call a crisis. 4 planes left my hometown one September morning. 3 reached their destinations. 2 towers crumbled. 1 failed ablaze. 3 seconds felt like a lifetime of memories. 2 years he'd been trying to get the promotion. Each one of us should love all of us, because if 3, 2, we are one. If 3, 2, we are one. If 3, 2, if we are one, a September morning wouldn't have to feel as cold, and footage of the planes flying into the World Trade Center Twin Towers wouldn't feel as chilling, and 3,000 souls could finally rest in peace, and Ground Zero could symbolize more than a nation's karma, more than an empty space, but room for improvement. If we are one, maybe then we could finally put our differences aside to bring peace to the forefront and reveal to our enemies that wearing our hearts on our sleeves isn't as dangerous as it seems. One.